Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got, I think another exciting episode here for us. Can I call it an episode? I've got another exciting vlog here. I just got back from New Orleans to watch one of my best friends in the world marry the love of his life. Saw a beautiful wedding. Then I land, get off the plane. I gotta go play a poker tournament. So I got some sights and sounds of New Orleans for you, and then we'll hop right into the poker stuff. So watch for some sights of the Big Easy and stay for the poker content. Unfortunately, it's time to get back to reality. We're back on the grind. We're playing some poker tournaments. We're playing some series. And today, I'm going to visit a property I've never been to. And this is new for me, and I just moved here, so let's check it out. Hey guys, we are at Thunder Valley. We're playing a small 10K today, just to kind of get used to the room, the drive. The World Series of Poker is coming here in a couple weeks, so I wanted to get here, feel the chips, feel the room, the property. It's huge. The property is really, really, really big. This is just the front of it. So we're gonna hop in here in just a couple minutes, the late reg, this small event, and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to finally sit down, get some hands. Starting stacks are small. We're only starting with 15,000 and blinds are 200, 400, 400. I look down at the gorgeous pocket queens and under the gun. I raise the 1200 and just the button calls. So we go heads up to a flop. The flop is great for us. It's 6, 7, 10 rainbow. I want to continue building the pot, so I lead for 2,000. The button does something interesting here and min raises me. So now I have a decision. And then the decision is just, do I call or jam? Because I'm never folding. I elect to lay a trap, just call, hoping to get it all in. The turn is the 4 of hearts, which is great for us. There's no flush draws. Really, in my opinion, the 4's pretty much a blank. So I'm going to continue my trap. I check on the turn. I'm hoping for a small bet from the button that I can check jam on. And I get my wish granted when the button leads for only 4,000. Now I'm going to put my whole stack in and the button snap calls, which does have me worried until he shows just pocket 8s. I only need to fade an 8 or a 9, and you guessed it, I don't. The opponent rivers a 9, and I get stacked in my first hand. But I didn't drive all the way out to Thunder Valley to quit on bullet number 1, so we fire again, we're back in, and we're sitting at the exact same table with that previous opponent sitting directly across from us in the gray hoodie. And gray hoodie opens it up to 2.5 big blinds on our big blind. So this is still hand only number 2 that I've played in this event. I look down at the Jiggities, Brad Owen's favorite hand, and I'm gonna 3-bet here. I 3-bet small, and Gray Hoodie just wants to rip it all in. I don't know if he didn't get the memo, he doesn't know who I am, but I'm here to battle. So I stick it in, and we are all in against Gray Hoodie, round number 2, and he shows Ace-9 suited. We see a complete board, jacks hold, I double up, I get all my chips back, and it feels great. You know, it's unfortunate to be in for 2 bullets, but it just feels good getting that Texas justice. Lines have increased to 400, 800, 800. Under the gun +1 opens to 1800, and myself in middle position look down at Jack 10 suited. So I flick in the call. Unsurprisingly, Gray Hoodie gets in the mix as well as the button and the big blind. There is a whopping 5 players seeing a flop. Flop comes 5, 8, 9, giving us an open-ended straight draw. With this many players in the pot, it's actually not too surprising when the action checks around.
The turn gives me actually a lot of equity with the king of spades. I now pick up a flush draw to go with my open-ended straight draw. So I'm gonna lead into the field for 2,500. Gray Hoodie absolutely blows my mind when he's able to fold a hand. Just the button calls, and now we go heads up to a river, which comes a 10, giving us a pair. Here's a player read. In an extremely limited number of hands I've seen, this button player has folded 100% of the time to a large river bet. I blocked the nut straight, so I think it's time to apply pressure to a weak king. I rip it all in. The button clearly wants to look me up, and he goes into the tank. But my read was correct. He can't pull the trigger on a call. He folds, I get this one through, and I scoop a really nice sized pot.
All right, we're just walking around to get some clean air. The hotel here is non-smoking and the poker room is non-smoking, but the casino floor is smoking and it is very, very smoky. So I am just kind of out doing a lap outside. We made it to first break. Our first bullet was dust almost right away. Queens against eights, and eights won all in. It was just stupid. I was able to get my revenge when I got sat at the same table and got jacks against the same player and took it down. There's only a few amount of people who make cash here, so you forget how spoiled you are when 12.5 or 15% make the money, and then you go play a local event, 10% make the money. If you go from 10 to 15%, that's a 50% increase in who makes the money. So they're only taking a few people here. We're kind of playing for peanuts, but it's still for the experience. Got to tighten up, have a little bit more than an average stack, and we'll see how it goes.
I have about average stack coming back from break. There's still a few minutes left in late registration, so a few people are going to sneak in. We sit down with fireworks right away. There is a short stack all in with queen jack. I got tens. I re-jam. We're flipping.
Oh, you're live. You're super live.
Tens are going to hold. We pick up a nice pot. This pot's going to put us above average stack. I am trending in the right direction. I am here to battle Thunder Valley. Watch out. Blinds are increasing fast. We're at 1,000, 1,500, 1,500. And I'm in the big blind. Gray Hoodie, our favorite nemesis, raises the 3,500. Small blind calls, and I defend with a suited queen. I flop a pair on a 3-10-6 board, and fortunately the flop checks around. The turn is a 7, and usually in multi-way pots, I don't like betting out of position. However, due to the board texture, I feel like the big blind can have a lot of 2 pairs or better here. So, understanding my range, I lead for 4,000. Gray Hoodie and small blind both call, so it's time to slow down. Until I spike a 3 on the river. Now it's time for Value Town, population 3. The small blind checks to me, and I decide on 11,000 as the bet. I could have gone larger, but figure this was a good price. I can see the pain inside of Gray Hoodie's eyes as he folds, but the small blind wants to renew his lease in Value Town and is thinking of putting in a call. A few minutes go by, and the small blind finally sticks it in. I'm happy to flip over, and we show the winner. Thank you as the mayor of Value Town. Happy to have you part of this community. Looking forward to renewing your lease again. My table broke, and I have a whole new table with a whole bunch of new faces. Time to let more people know I'm here for business. Blinds are 1,500, 3,000, 3,000. I'm under the gun +1, and I noticed there are a few short stacks at the table, so I'm going to try to push my weight around. I raised to 7,000 with king-queen offsuit. The cutoff calls, and the big blind jams for only about 4 big blinds. I call, and the cutoff completes. Flop is relatively good for us. It's king high, and I'm ready to play for it all with top pair. I lead for 10,000, and the cutoff surprisingly calls. I turn trips, baby. 3 kings. I don't have much more behind. Time to play for it all. I stick it in. I'm praying for a call. Even though the cutoff is getting like 3-1 on his money, he lets it go, and we see the big blind shoved with pocket sixes. We turned them dead. We're gonna take down the whole pot.
Yeah, man. Nice hand.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
We redraw for the final 3 tables, and that takes us into the bubble, which is a very long time. We start the bubble with a healthy amount of chips, but it takes forever, and we are crippled, and we are forced to play our final hand.
Thank you.
Go through this.
Shuffle in here. Well, we cashed 14th place out of I don't know how many we cashed. We paid the bubble, so I got 1 up above the bubble, $2.99. Good experience. Good experience. Good to feel the chips, feel the tournament directors. Happy to be back for the WSOP soon. So thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys next time.